is David Collins. I'm one of the hosts of Star Wars Celebration Europe on the digital stage. Welcome to the 30th anniversary screening of Return of the Jedi. One thing that I wanted to, yeah, give it up, round of applause. 30th anniversary. We still have a lot of people coming in that are coming over from the show. So one thing that I wanted to do was call out another round of applause for Tim and his team for the Saber Project show that they put on just recently. That was amazing. So another round of applause for Tim. And for those of you that missed it, I know a lot of you just came in. Tim has an announcement for you. You're going to tell him a little bit about the show, and we can expect to see it again later on this evening.
Yeah, thanks David again, and yeah, you can see our show later again after the movie, and we're happy to have this performance here on this great celebration, this good weather, and I hope you have fun with Return of the Jedi later. And after the movie, and when we finished our show, we want to invite you over there to just fight a little bit with all the lightsabers you got with us, and yeah, but please have mercy to be tired after the show. So, thanks again, David, and have fun. May the Force be with you.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, that's great. And so, yeah, if you have a lightsaber and you want to come meet these guys afterwards, stick around through the credits if you want to see the amazing Saber Project one more time. So, we have a couple of things to show you. Well, of course, one of which is Return of the Jedi. Before we show Return of the Jedi, we're going to show a very short documentary called Return of the Jedi. Have any of you seen this, Return of the Jedi? Yeah, right here. This is a film that Kyle Newman, the director of Fanboys, created in honor of the 30th anniversary. I was one of the co-producers on the documentary. And this is a very special documentary just with fans that are celebrities and actors and musicians talking about their memories of Return of the Jedi. We hope you enjoy it and hope you relate to it. And then right after that, we're rolling straight into the movie. You guys ready? Yeah! All right, well, enjoy yourselves here in the Grugapark. Once again, my name's David Collins. I hope to see you for the rest of the weekend. And without any further ado, please enjoy first Return of the Jedi and then the 30th anniversary screening of Return of the Jedi. On with the show. Thank you.
Return of the Jedi was the first movie I ever saw in the movie theater. And that was 30 years ago. So I'm old.
Long-time fan of the Star Wars universe by the time Return of the Jedi came out.
The anticipation for it was so great because we're all left with this cliffhanger from Empire, and I just remember this huge long line out the mall.
And it was the longest line ever in the history of lines to me.
My dad took me and we stood on line starting at 5 a.m. in the morning for like a 12 o'clock show.
I remember the mad rush for the seats when the doors finally opened.
Dear article. Jabba's palace was the coolest thing.
Any place as a kid that was full of creatures, that was just a mecca for a child. I think at that age you actually think it's real, like it's a documentary.
Jabba's palace was basically a palace of debauchery, half-naked alien chicks, weird creatures, death matches.
I wanted to hang out in that bar. It was a cool bar.
Salacious Crumb was irritating.
I feel like I only remember him kind of just laughing. Every villain needs a sidekick. He's like a sidekick's sidekick.
I think I've always empathized with Salacious Crumb because he really is the court jester. He's expected to be funny. But I know inside that tinny, shrill laugh beats the heart of a performer who just wants applause.
As a young fat boy, seeing Jabba for the first time was awesome because finally in the Star Wars trilogy, other than Porkins, we had one of our own.
I always wanted to know what he was eating.
He was eating like frogs dipped in gefilte fish.
It looked like some kind of like spinach or something, and it kind of made me not want spinach. I was all about the Rancor. I loved the Rancor. This giant, creepy monster.
When he died, I actually felt bad for it because it's like, this is just a really stupid beast doing what it was supposed to do.
When they crushed the guy's head, you're just like, oh, poor Rancor. My favorite thing is when he dies And the handler comes up, it was just some poor bastard's pet.
What have we here?
Dope. Lando's disguise, we kind of let it go.
You see his mustache from a mile away.
I thought the bone helmet was awesome.
This doesn't fool anybody.
So I'm 13, full-blown puberty, and there I am watching Return of the Jedi for the first time. And all of a sudden she comes out in a metal bikini.
I saw it as a suit of armor for...
And then you see it and you're like, that's wrong-ish.
Oh my Lord, man, like this is everything I dreamed about.
That was the moment where you were like, wow, she's like a super space babe.
It's even the name of it, Slave Leia. Like, I'm not supposed to be okay with it.
Yeah, in the hood, we didn't say it was a slave outfit.
And then later on, she uses the same outfit to choke and kill the Hood, which is awesome.
I don't think anybody ever looked so hot committing murder. She was smoking.
You got to appreciate what that one costume did for, like, Comic-Con. Thank you, Star Wars.
I always thought it was cool when Luke went back to Dagobah because I want to see as much Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi interaction as possible. What I told you was true from a certain point of view.
A certain point of view?
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's your sister.
I kissed her, dude.
Your dad was killed by Darth Vader. It was a senior moment.
What do you want? I'm an old guy. I was basically living in a sand igloo when you found me.
Perfect plot point before I
The most controversial aspect, of course, of Return of the Jedi is the Ewoks.
I was totally Team Ewok. You know, I like the Ewoks.
I did. I like the Ewoks, man. I said it.
I was like an Ewok apologist.
I don't like Ewoks.
To this day, there are people who are mad about the whole Ewok thing.
I'm not feeling them at all.
I wanted to be an Ewok, and sadly, I kind of grew up to be one. I'm somewhere between an Ewok and a Wookiee. Wookiee, Ewok, like the letters are, it's shorter and the letters are turned. They're the same. I wanted a pet Ewok.
I think it would be great to have a little Ewok around.
They'd love me.
Yeah.
They might look cute, but they will bash you in the head with a rock.
He'd just be like, I'd be like, no way.
And if they were female and my old lady was like, hey, that's not cheating, I don't know.
You see a character, and you instantly want to know everything there is to know about that character.
Admiral Akbar, please.
Admiral Akbar, one of the great unsung heroes of the entire Star Wars trilogy.
Admiral Akbar. Or should we call him Admiral Obvious?
It's a trap!
He just seems like he's like always just saying like some obvious stuff.
It's a trap!
No duh.
This is our plan. All right, now this is our plan. All right, now what are we doing? It's a trap.
He's undermining morale the moment he said it like that.
It's a trap!
It's the way he said it. It's the way he moves his head. It's his groovy white turtleneck.
I am looking at you.
Today, in the year 2013, it's a trap is actually more used than use the Force.
May the Force be with us.
Darth Vader, I didn't realize that there was someone worse than him.
And suddenly, he's got a boss.
So when Emperor Palpatine comes in, I couldn't believe that, like, Vader was kneeling to this guy, and this guy was Vader's master.
Right, my friend.
He's one of the greatest bad guys of all time.
I dare you to make a better movie villain than that. I dare you.
You will be destroyed.
He's just getting so, like, amped up and
Passionate about doing evil.
There's something about the dark side of the Force that discourages people from going to the dentist.
Probably aren't a lot of plastic surgeons in that universe.
He was disgusting. Horrible gray skin. Clearly a smoker.
Yeah.
Beautiful eyes. Just beautiful, beautiful eyes.
And he would have won if it hadn't have been for Vader having feelings.
Seeing Darth Vader was one of the weirdest, freakiest things.
Even though he's got that great James Earl Jones voice, they rip off his helmet. It just looks like Mr. Hooper from Sesame Street.
James Earl Jones's voice was so dominating in that costume that when they pulled off that mask and it was some British dude,
let me look upon you with my own eyes.
it freaked me out.
That's not hydraulics in the mask. That's just these gaseous emissions, just like.
Should have had Luke just be like, oh.
Poor guy.